You're watching Wilkes-Barre's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. Wyln, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight on WYLN News. I'm Gary Perna. We start tonight with an arrest that was made in connection to a burglary that took place in Hazel Township. Police arrested Brian Michael Rowland on burglary, criminal trespass, theft by unlawful taking, receiving stolen property, and criminal mischief. The charges come after state police were called to a number of break-ins in the Milledgeville section of Hazel Township starting in January. At this time, Rowland is only being charged in one of those cases. Troopers say on February 3rd, they were called to a home in the 1600 block of North Church Street, where a resident found someone had entered the home. Footprints from that home led right to the back door of Rowland's house. That's all according to court records.
Again, he was charged with one burglary, which was in the area of the Milledgeville area, Hazel Township. That's what the preliminary hearing was for today, which he waived all charges to the Court of Common Pleas. There were many burglaries in the area, so the investigation is still going on.
The investigation, as Trooper Pachowski said, is ongoing into those break-ins in that section of Hazel Township. To the city of Wilkes-Barre, where Wilkes-Barre police obtained an arrest warrant for two men they say shot a man who nearly lost his arm inside a high-rise at the Sherman Hills apartment complex. Police say 30-year-old Tyson Campbell fired multiple rounds inside the 6th-floor apartment, striking Sean Sweet on December 10th. Police are also looking for 24-year-old Zimin Abdul Smith, who is also known as Ski. He's from Philadelphia. Police said surveillance video recorded Campbell and Smith walking together in the 6th-floor hallway before and after the shooting. A video also shows a handgun in Campbell's waist belt. That's according to court papers. Campbell and Smith are charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count each of criminal conspiracy to commit aggravated assault, reckless endangerment, simple assault, and defying trespass. Campbell is also charged with discharging a firearm into an occupied structure and firearms not to be carried without a license. Police in Schuylkill Township say they will be pressing charges against a Tamaqua man who led them on a chase through the township Monday night. Police say Corey Whitley of Mock-Chunk Street in Tamaqua will be charged with fleeing and attempting to elude police, possession of a controlled substance, reckless driving, and driving under suspension, along with other charges. Police say that Whitley and a passenger were parked along Old Route 209 between Reesdale and Tuscarora, with another vehicle parked behind them. When an officer stopped to see what was going on, Whitley sped away towards Tuscarora at a high rate of speed, refusing to stop. The chase ended when he smashed into a pool house, and the impact pushed the house off its foundation. That's when the passenger of the vehicle fled on foot into a wooded area. Police searched the car and discovered a scale, white residue, a large amount of clear plastic baggies, and cash. Whitley is wanted on several warrants out of Schuylkill and Carbon counties. He was committed to the Schuylkill County Prison on a warrant out of Carbon County. A bus company whose contract was terminated by the Crestwood School District says it wants to resolve the current dispute and avoid costly litigation. The Crestwood Area School Board terminated the contract with Rhine-Miller Bus line after a state auditor found background clearances for some drivers had expired back in October of 2018. The district plans to end the contract at the end of the school year. Rhine-Miller released a statement saying that the company corrected the problem that the state audit detected in the school district's files and wants to continue to provide safe and reliable transportation to children of the district. They go on to say that all the drivers received clearances without any exemptions. Rhine-Miller also stated that it will protect its contract rights if it is necessary. Proposals for Luzerne County 911's emergency radio upgrade are being accepted now through July 15th. The county wants to switch its 20-year-old analog system to a digital one. Equipment support for the current system that allows emergency responders to exchange messages will end on December 31st, 2020. The project is expected to cost around $20 million. County Council has earmarked $1 million so far in the capital budget to start the process. Vendors who wish to submit proposals must come up with terms April 17th and 18th at the 911 Center, which is located in Hanover Township, and other planned tower sites. For more information, you can log on to the purchasing section of the Luzerne County website, which is luzernecounty.org. A presentation by PennDOT last night in Wilkes-Barre Township outlined what's going to come when construction begins on the bridge over Northampton Street this coming fall. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has the details.
Project manager Elliot Fink presented PennDOT's plans to repair a bridge in Wilkes-Barre Township at last night's meeting. Fink outlined what's coming when construction begins on Business 309 over East Northampton Street this coming fall and the temporary detour in both directions.
So we'll have about a week of overnight detours from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. And then down below the bridge on East Northampton streets, we will have a single lane condition with two directional traffic. So you'll always be able to get in all directions. It's just a nighttime detour for about a week or so from 9 to 5.
A temporary traffic light will also be in place on Northampton Street. A separate detour may be in place for tractor trailers.
The goal here is to sort of stay out of the main way of the public as much as we can. So unfortunately you have some noise and things at night, but I think the impacts are to the lesser side of the traffic. So the project could start as early as October. It'll depend on the contractor then making submissions and getting some things approved, but work will be in a late part of October or sometime in November.
As of yesterday, the off-ramp from State Route 309 South or North Cross Valley to State Route 2004 or River Street will be closed until fall of 2020. During this time, the bridge deck and sidewalls of the bridge will be removed and replaced, and the beams and girders will also be painted. The posted detour will lead motorists to exit 2 Wilkes-Barre Center City to Wilkes-Barre Boulevard North, where temporary traffic signals have been installed to State Route 309 North and back to River Street. A special provision is being made for emergency vehicles that will allow them to exit at a newly constructed off-ramp and then utilize the shoulder of the off-ramp from River Street to State Route 309. Emergency responders will be going against the normal flow of traffic, but behind concrete barriers. This work was originally scheduled for last year, but was delayed when the Wyoming and completed work on the on-ramp from River Street to State Route 309 North while those repairs were made. Reporting in Wilkes-Barre for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
The National Weather Service has issued a fire weather watch for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. The watch is in effect from Wednesday morning throughout Wednesday evening. You can see winds coming from the west at 10 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 40 miles per hour. Now, the relative humidity is as low as 24% and the temperature will be in the lower 50s. This is a condition that is critical for fire weather conditions. Now, increased risks of rapid wildfire growth and spread that could be happening. Prescribed burns could also get out of control and may be canceled. Officials are asking everyone to use caution tomorrow and are asking everyone to not burn outside during these prime conditions. Coming up on WYLN News, the last beam was taken up today and put in its place. We'll take you to that event coming up next. Plus, new life for a building in downtown Wilkes-Barre. But as we head out to break, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast tomorrow. As we just said, we'll see that fire weather alert go into effect because we're going to see mostly sunny skies, a high of 55, and it's going to dry out that ground really fast and could cause fire. Thursday, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies, a high of 51. And Friday, we're going to see some rain, a high of 40. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
It's spring, and savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop our large inventory and drive off with a great deal. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month. And during Ram Truck Month, get select Ram 1500 4x4s for as low as $32,890. Or get 0% for 72 months on the Ram 1500. Savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon will be held live April 6th from Genetti Ballrooms in Hazel Township and broadcast on WYLN TV 35. Enjoy local and regional entertainment all day Saturday from noon until 11 p.m. The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon live from the Genetti Ballrooms, 1345 North Church Street in Hazel Township, Saturday, April 6th on WYLN TV 35.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
The last beam is finally up and in place over at Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazleton, as its newest construction continues. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton had a historic afternoon today as they raised the final beam for their newest emergency room expansion project and reception area.
Many of our colleagues from the hospital and from the Wellness Center and Lehigh Valley Physician Group signed the beam, and so this is a historic day for Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton. It's going to move quickly. We've been working all winter, and it has not been an easy winter to work through. But watching the construction folks out here working each and every day in the cold weather, it's amazing how much work they completed over the winter months.
Once this project of doubling the size of its emergency department is completed, the existing emergency department space will be opened up to be renovated as well.
We have so many individuals that are looking for and come to Hazleton for emergency services, and this is going to really continue to be a cutting-edge ED, but also going to give us the ability to expand as we need so badly to expand our emergency room services.
The project is expected to be completed by the end of this year or in early 2020. Reporting in Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
UA 35 also on location today. The General Municipal Authority of the City of Nanticoke has agreed to sell the former Nanticoke Villa Personal Care Home property that's located at the corner of East Main and Walnut Streets in Nanticoke to FCLN Real Estate LLC for $450,000. The property has been vacant since the villa closed in October of 2014. Noakley's Family Pharmacy, located in Hanover Township and in Scranton, plans to open their third location at that property, and Codley Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation plans to use part of that building as well to relocate and grow their Nanticoke practice. And this move will allow them to increase availability services in Nanticoke by adding aquatics therapy pool. There is new life for 2 buildings in downtown Wilkes-Barre. Renovate 2 downtown buildings. Plans for the acquisition include setting up a business incubator and a new headquarters for Jones's companies, LSEO.com, KBJ Capital, and Special Guest App, an entertainment booking service. The city of Wilkes-Barre is holding off on a proposed $10 a year increase in recycling fees. Earlier this year, City Council voted 2-2 and failed to pass the second reading of an ordinance that raised the current recycling fee. So far, the city lost $35,000 in revenue in 2019. If the recycling fee was increased to $60, it would have generated an additional $140,000 and raised the annual revenue. Council member Beth Gilbert and Bill Barrett voted against the increase, while Mike Belishko and Mike Merritt voted in favor. Vice Chairman Bill Barrett also requested information on how other municipalities across the state handle recycling fees and about delinquent accounts collecting by the Wyoming Valley Sanitary Authority. The Lieutenant Governor is continuing his listening tour this Sunday, this time in Stroudsburg. The Lieutenant Governor, John Fetterman, will be at the Innovation Center at East Stroudsburg University from 1 until 2:30. Fetterman is talking with residents about legalizing recreational marijuana across the state. There is still no date yet listed for Luzerne or Carbon counties, though Fetterman has been in Schuylkill and other counties surrounding our viewing area. Coming up on Claire's News Choice, April is Autism Awareness Month, and we have information on an organization that offers support. Plus, Trooper Petrowski is here with this week's Trooper Talk, and we are talking turn signals. That's right. Stay with us.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Go Hog Wild for Iron Pigs Baseball. WYLN is televising the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs live. America's favorite pastime on your local network, WYLN TV 35. See the Stars of Tomorrow at Coca-Cola Park. Don't miss any of the games here on WYLN TV 35. Visit WYLNTV.com for a complete Iron Pigs schedule.
Welcome to Trooper Talk Tuesday here on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have Trooper Anthony Petrowski with me from Pennsylvania State Police Hazleton. And today we're talking about something, well, all of us should use when we're making a turn, and that's a turn signal. Now, show of hands who sometimes doesn't always use it when you're supposed to. I'll admit to it. Sorry. So we're going to talk about turn signals, and you actually could get pulled over if you don't use them. Is that correct?
Yes, it's $50.
Wow. So we have, obviously, in our area, now that we're getting to springtime, it's going to get nice out. People are going to be out driving. Motorcycles will be out. Correct. All this stuff. So important that everybody knows what's going on the road. So when you're following somebody and you're going to pass them, you need to use it. If you're stopping, you need to use it to make a turn.
Correct. And people think, well, I know I'm going to make this turn. Yeah, that's great. You know exactly where you're going, but the people behind you or in the adjacent lane, they don't know that. It's a courtesy to other people. We have a lot of traffic crashes that we investigate that probably wouldn't have happened if people used turn signals. That's why we enforce that daily.
Okay, so I'm going to admit it. That there are some times when nobody's around, I don't use one. And I know I'm breaking the law, so he'll write me a ticket when we're done with this. Yeah. But people also need to realize when they're using it, you can't just turn it on at the last second. Correct. Right as you're making the turn. You need to give a little warning.
Yes, you have to complete the turn, complete the lane change, and then turn your turn signal off. But one thing you have to remember is just because nobody's around doesn't mean it's okay, right? It's still the law. There might be somebody riding their bicycle. There might be a pedestrian that thinks maybe you're not turning because your turn signal is on and they're going to cross the road and now all of a sudden you turn. So maybe because you don't think anybody is around, you think it's okay, but again, it's not. You never will truly know who's around you, where they're going. Just use it as a precaution.
What about these new cars? My example, you hit it and it blinks for 3 or 4 times. Where is that kind of acceptable if you're using like a change, or should you put it on until you fully get into that lane?
You should put it on, because if it only goes on for a couple seconds, vehicles around you might not notice it. Put it on until you fully have completed your turn or your lane change.
Okay. So again, use your turn signals when you're making lane changes, you're stopping to make a turn. Important for everyone to know. Also, very important to kind of go along with this, a little bit of vehicle maintenance. Before you leave, make sure they're working correctly, right?
Correct. And it only takes a second. Turn them on, get out, look, front and rear of the vehicle. This way you know they're working.
All right. Again, it is a violation here in Pennsylvania, so if you're caught not using them, or if you're in an accident and you may have caused the accident, that also could be a part of this as well. So again, use your turn signals, common sense. Again, I'll preach, use your seatbelts always as well when you're going out. No matter if you're just going down the street or across town, you should use your seatbelts as well. So they're all in our cars for reasons. They're not just there to look pretty. Thanks for joining us here on Trooper Talk Tuesday, everyone. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
It's spring, and savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shop our large inventory and drive off with a great deal. Lease a new Jeep Compass Latitude 4x4 for $189 a month. And during Ram Truck Month, get select Ram 1500 4x4s for as low as $32,890. Or get 0% for 72 months on the Ram 1500. Savings are in the air during the spring sales event at All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Hi, I'm Julia Wiegand, the newest news reporter for WYLN News. I'm so proud to be part of your #1 local news team. WYLN News. When local news happens, you can count on WYLN News to be there, whether it's in Berwick, Tamaqua, or right here in Hazleton. We work hard to be your #1 local news station, and will continue to work hard to stay #1.
A special exhibit is being created in Shenandoah that will feature houses of worship. The Greater Shenandoah Area Historical Society plans to start the exhibit at its headquarters at 201 South Main Street. It will showcase churches in the area, beginning with St. George's Lutheran Church, Catholic Church, St. Michael's Ukrainian Catholic Church, and Our Lady of Mount Carmel Italian Catholic Church. The nonprofit Historical Society highlights the area's past and its culture. The exhibit will be housed in the back portion of the Society's building on the first floor. For more information, you can call 570-985-3337 or email them at Greater Shenandoah Area Historical Society's Facebook page as well. April is Autism Awareness Month, and there is one local organization that supports those with autism and their families. We spoke with Executive Director Elaine Perchak about SAFE and the great organization they are.
SAFE stands for Supporting Autism and Family Everywhere, and what makes it unique for us is that when we say supporting families and autism everywhere, we don't only support the person affected with the autism, we include the family, siblings, grandparents, all of that. We have tons of programs in the local area. We collaborate with the local YWCA. We collaborate with John Hines. We do swim programs. We have a Pals and Teens program. We take those kids on social outings because a lot of people on the spectrum struggle with social issues. So we try to get them out in the public and work on those and get the parents not as worried about being out in the public. We have an adult Asperger group. We do skating. We go to Sky Zone in Pittston. We do all kinds of social stuff, but it's really hard for us to do them because they're all privately funded.
Right.
All of our funding comes from sponsors and donations in our walks and things of that nature. Our phone number is 570-822-7259.org.
And we'll have the nonprofit organization services special needs Wyln TV. And our crew is busy as well. The telethon is being held at Genetti's Ballrooms on South Church Street in Hazel Township. Once again, the telethon will take place this Saturday, starting at 12 noon, running to 11 p.m. You can catch it live right here on WYLN TV and WYLNTV.com. That's the news, and a reminder, you can always get news updates on the WYLN News Facebook page and stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
The Helping Hand Society's annual telethon will be held live April 6th from Janae Ballrooms in Hazel Township and broadcast on WYLN TV 35. Enjoy local and regional entertainment